Hello everybody.
Hello everybody.
I have brought my mother with me to do a video because we are in hospital still, and we just thought that as mum's here every day, we're just going to literally do a video about specifically on chemo bag essential, really.
Yes.
Because not many people tell you what you need when you start chemo, do they?
It's true. I mean, I looked up on Google and tried to find the best things to take in to hospital when you're having chemotherapy. So the first thing I spotted was this bag, and it's proved brilliant. It says,
What does it say, Mum?
she's fearless, and it's such a good bag because you can put everything in it, and it gives positive messages as well. So
yeah,
that's why I picked it.
There you go. So the bag is important. And then let's just show what we've got inside the bag, Mother.
Well, the first thing we need is a folder with
Paperwork in.
lots of paperwork, and we need like sections in it, because you'll need like lots of different. There's lots of different sections for medicines, for visits, for
fertility
car
treatments,
parking,
appointments, passes, everything.
So we have like little sections in it. We won't open it because I think it's going to go everywhere.
Too much in there, but it's really helpful though,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's really
Because
helpful.
at the end of the day, like if we need to say, oh, what tablets am I on, or where's car parking pass, everything is in this book. So a folder is essential. I leave mine to my mother. She takes care of that one. So
we take the folder
there you go,
everywhere with us.
mums. Cool. And then
For comfort.
so with the chemo, just to explain, if anyone doesn't know how chemo works, my chemo is BCOP, and it's chemo on day 1, 2, 3, which is a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then I have a break for the rest of the week, and then I'm back in on the next Monday on day 8, and then I basically have 2 hours of chemo, and then I have a 2-week rest. The 2-week rest is where I go downhill a little bit because I have no immune system. So
That's why we're in hospital now.
that's why we're in hospital now, guys, because
Yeah.
I've got no immune system. But when you're having chemo, what happens is you have, that's like a what do you call it? PICC line, and basically it's an injection in your arm. And what happens is you just tied it to a machine, and the chemo bag is put on, and you just sat there like this for 7 hours one day. It could be 8 the next, 5 the next.
It just depends.
It really depends on what chemo you're having. So my mum got me this.
And this is from Primark. It's really soft, and it's a memory foam, so you could put it during a demo.
Gone.
Yeah. So you put it around your neck like this. It's really washable. It's got a little zip at the back, so you can wash it, and then you just clip it over if you want to. Sorry. Or you could just leave it loose like that. But
And I love it in hospital as well. When I'm admitted, it's quite hard to get comfy, and literally all you'll do is you'll probably walk in and find me like that.
yeah, so she could lean either side, and it's comfortable, and
Super.
we've used it so many times.
And where's it from?
Primark.
Primark.
I think it was £5, so it was a bargain.
Bargain.
And it's a memory foam, so it sort of goes to Lauren's neck. So it's good, isn't it?
It's
It's
great.
really good buy.
And if you
£5.
travel after chemo and when you're better, take it on a flight with you.
Yes.
Multitask.
Little smiley things and ornaments on your tray near the chemo thing. This gives you like little inspiration. So Lauren's friend, or was it Lucy? Your sister got
My
it.
sister's friend
Yeah,
bought
this
me
is from Alicia. So she gave it to Lauren.
Yeah, and it's really cute. I mean, to be fair, I mean, who doesn't want to smile when they look at that little thing? So I'll just wake up, and we don't like cluster my room because with what I'm going through, we tend to move a lot around different wards, and I'll be put in different beds. Like I could be in 3 different wards within 3 different days. So this is like my little, just something small to pick me up when I wake up to smile.
And
so
even
thank
during
you,
chemo, you have
Alicia's
it,
friend,
do you?
for giving me that.
Yeah. So little things like that really help, don't they?
Yeah.
If you're really tired when you're having chemo, you need an eye mask, and that it's like really good, because sometimes like it could be really bright and things. So they're good, aren't they, Lauren?
They're amazing because it's quite like you said, really bright, and you get woken up a lot when you stay in hospital, as I'm sure anyone who is in hospital has experienced. And so my kind of injections and stuff are like 1 a.m, 4 a.m, 6 a.m, and then I'm up and I'm wide awake. So if I can at least have some sort of napping in between that just to keep me sane, then this is good.
Yeah. And I don't know how much that was. It's not only. I think it was a
Couple
pound
of
or something.
pounds, maybe.
Then you need like wet wipes. Always, any wet wipes would do. Just a packet of those, just with water in, because always there's things, isn't it, like makeup to take off, and you might not have your makeup wipes with you. And
Or like
stuff
washing
that.
your hands before you eat and stuff.
Always,
for
yeah.
hygiene.
So just any packet of baby wipes from anywhere. They only cost £1, but we get through a lot of these, and they're natural, they're pure, they've just got water in, so they're good, aren't they? And then
It's good for a baby. It's good for me.
Yep. Then you want ear things.
So these are lifesavers. I never go anywhere without them now. These are Sony headphones. I don't know the make and stuff. I'll tag it. This was a Christmas present for me last year, and the noise cancellation headphones. Any headphones would do, but because they're noise cancellation, they really are amazing. Because what will happen is it's so noisy in hospital, whether it's inside the ward with stuff going on, or whether it's outside with like ambulances going by. Obviously, it's going to be loud. People coming in all the time, and these are amazing. Like you can literally just like whack them over your hat. Or you can just put them on your head, and I just literally mostly walk around like that. This is my hospital look.
And then and you can have what do you call it, music in them, can't you? And meditation as well. So if you feel a bit stressed or anything like that, if there's anything happening, you can put the meditation tape on, can't you? Yeah. And you can like do all sorts of things with it, can't you?
Yeah, and meditation is like such a massive part of my life now, isn't it? Like I meditate before I go to bed every single evening, and it just helps me go from conscious to sleep. And I've got a really good meditation person, so if anyone does want to know who that is, DM me and I will send you the link.
Yeah, she's brilliant. Hydration, really important. You can get these anywhere for a couple of quid, can't you? Yeah. And it's these are the litre bottles. These
I think so. Yeah.
I think they're litre bottles, but during chemo you need to drink a lot, hydrate so much, because you that's what happens, isn't it? Now you get dehydrated. So that's yours, isn't it? And we fill it up all the time. There's near the chemo unit, there's like iced water, and you can just keep topping it up and everything, because you're not allowed to use the water in the sinks or anything like that. So they've got jugs of water, but you can go to the machine and they've got iced water. It's really nice when you're having chemo, isn't it?
Yeah, and every time I have chemo, for anyone who is going through it, every bag of chemo I have 1 litre of water. Yeah. It sometimes feels like I'm forcing myself to drink it, but it flushes it through. So
much better. Yeah.
Fully hydrated. Get one of them. Yeah. These are your hospital saviours.
Yeah.
What else have we got in there?
Straws, because when you're having chemo, sometimes you can't. It is hard to drink sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah.
And crushed ice as well. I take Lauren lemon ice rocket lollies in, don't I?
Yeah.
The natural ones, and you can make them yourself as well. But they help you with the chemo. There's a certain part of the chemo which makes your mouth go.
Sinuses, so like it obviously depends on each person's chemo, but I have day 1 and I have 7 bags of chemo, and on one of the bags my sinuses go really weird and tingling all across here, my nose, my mouth, everything, and ice, if you suck on it, saviour.
Yeah. So you can just have crushed ice, can't you? And they've got a machine there in the hospital, so you can just like put it in your mouth and it helps straight away, doesn't it? Yeah.
Another thing that's on my lap is this. This is also a lifesaver that will be tucked under my jumper pretty much most of the time while I stay in hospital. Hot water bottle. Basically, they can give you in hospital when you're having chemo. Some people get too hot. I get quite cold when I have chemo. They can give you electric heated blankets.
Yes, and they love it. They put them all across you, don't they?
But we just take our own now. And basically, I'll do another video on this. Before I had my PICC line in my arm, which is basically like where they insert and take blood and stuff, I had to have a cannula in, and they'd have to try and find a vein, and I have very stubborn veins, so what I had to do is put the hot water bottle over my hand for about 20 minutes just to let the vein expand to try and get some sort of blood, and that takes a while, especially if you're in the chemo for 7 hours and you've got to wait half an hour to just find a vein. So I'll do another video on the PICC line and cannula and benefits and positives of both now, but it's just great to have. It's just like a comfort. I love it.
And there's the other things from Flying Tiger, aren't they? The jelly beads, and you put those in a microwave. Our house is gone now because we used it so much. It's only £1, and they've got like little jelly beads in from Flying Tiger in town, and you put them in the microwave for 30 seconds, and then you could put them on your hand to get your veins up and things like that. But now Lauren's got a PICC line in, which is her choice, isn't it? You can choose between the cannula or a PICC line, and you chose that, didn't you? And it's so much, and you don't get any bruising or anything like that on her arms, do you? You don't get anything. So it's like really good. When you're having chemo, your skin and your lips can go really dry during the day. So I bought Lauren, was it Burt's Bee, natural organic like bee wax, and that really helps, doesn't it? Because your mouth goes really dry. And then she uses different products, I think, which I don't know.
So I've done a whole video on this. So if anyone is interested in my skincare routine during chemo and how I prepare my skin to keep it as spot free, as moisturised and hydrated as possible, you can see my latest video, the one before this, and it's all about non-chemical makeup. So it's all on there, all the links are on there, but just like an overview, just take a travel bag, makeup, and that's got my makeup, my cleanse toner moisturiser, and all my no chemical makeup in. And love it.
And you always have it ready to go, don't we?
Always there. And it makes you feel good as well if you're staying in hospital for like weeks, like I do sometimes now. It's nice to actually do your makeup for yourself. It's quite therapeutic.
Yes, this was a gift to Lauren from one of her friends.
Nikki, we love you. Basically, when you have chemo, it can make your senses change quite a bit, and also the smell of hospital and that kind of stuff, and it's all quite sterile. And so one of our family friends gifted me a little body cream that I actually use on my nose, and it's called Beautynia Brighton Body Cream. And it's amazing, and there's so much in it, and it's just a pot. And you know, sometimes if you just feel like you've got dry hands, put it on there, put it underneath your nose so you don't smell of hospital. And it's a lifesaver, so thank you for that, Nikki.
It's great, and we use it all the time just to make things like your room smell nice and things like that. So it's like really good. Don't forget your chargers.
I forget mine.
We've got about 3 now, haven't we?
I have about 3 in different.
Put it in your bag and then you'll be okay.
And you charge for your headphones as well, but there's always plugs in hospital rooms, I find, so there shouldn't be an issue with that.
Food is key. That is a really important thing if you've got dietary needs, things like that, because they do have food on the chemo ward, don't they? And they have really nice food in the hospital, don't they? It's like really good. There's lots of choices, but when you're having chemo, it's best to pack the things that you need, you know, what you enjoy and what you like, because you like different things, don't you? Like
my
rice
snacks,
cakes
exactly. My snacks kind of consist of like chocolate coated rice cakes, dark chocolate. What else? Trek bars are quite good for energy boost. Lots of veg. We do like juicing, but like fresh juicing. Try and do that every morning.
It's got everything in it.
It's got everything. Whereas shop bought is quite high in sugar, and sugar feeds cancer, so we don't like that. And also the hospital are really good at cooking as well. If you ask for like the special menus, it depends on different hospitals, but we found special menu, and I've got like
it's just
25
really
to 30 choices from like vegan, vegetarian, halal, gluten-free. So if you have any allergies, just bear in mind to always ask the question if there's anything else additional to the menu that they're giving you, and 90% of the time there is. So
also take food for yourself on chemo days, because you know you get peckish, don't you? And you like different things.
I do get peckish, but I know a lot of people lose their appetite.
So, but you can have like a juice then, can't you? Make your own juice up and everything, and that really does help. You know? So everybody's different, but that's what we did, didn't we? And it works.
And this is the most important, one of the most important things that made us feel super daunted when we started. So when I started chemo with this whole situation, they give you a hell of a lot of tablets, because you basically have to save your body from shutting down. And so they give you steroids that you have to take, they give you lansoprazole, which protects your stomach lining, they give you antibiotics. I'm on about 15 medication tablets a day, if not more. And these, my friends, are absolute
brilliant
lifesavers. So this is a Monday to Sunday pill box, and it's got down the sides morning, noon, evening and night. Because some tablets they'll be like, oh, you have to take this at 12 and you have to take this at 2, and if you just carry this in your handbag with you and you work with the nurses and your mum or whoever's like looking after you, or if you want to do it yourself, fine. Absolute lifesaver. This is in my handbag, it doesn't leave, and I know exactly where I stand with all of it. So pill boxes are great. Where did you get it from?
I think it was just a local chemist, but you can get them from Wilko's, Boots, anywhere really. But they're really good if you can get them. Try and get them with the 4 in. You know, they like the morning and noon and afternoon and evening. And then notebooks are really good.
Like good only.
Yeah, we've got 3 of these, and Lauren can write things down. What if the staff here or on chemo days or anything with a pen? It's always to write everything down, isn't it? So you could just write jokes, notes,
you
and
can
things
do
like that. You can do jokes, and that you write everything down. We've done 3 of these now, and they're really good, aren't they? So, one of the other things at the hospital, when you go through chemo, they do give you a car parking pass, don't they, Lauren? But just in case that you haven't got one, it's best to from day one when you're having chemo is to always make sure that you've got loads of change on you, because you'll need it in the hospital, and that for buying tea, coffee, newspapers, whatever you need. So always get a bag of change ready, or put it in your purse or something, because they do have change there, don't they? But sometimes you can't get hold of it. So
and you just think that you don't stay as long as you need to sometimes as well. And I remember like it being 10 o'clock, and I'd gone for like, this is before I was even diagnosed, and I'd gone to try and go for an appointment, and I was walking around hospital and there's no cash machines anywhere.
Yeah.
So take the change.
Yeah.
And
then you.
But yeah, just like little notes and things that you learn about and stuff is really good.
Yes,
But that's mainly it in a nutshell,
Yes,
isn't it?
Yeah, I think we cover food and drink, and
if you do have any questions, then let us know. And thank you for tuning in, everybody.
Yeah.
And this is my mama, my little rock. Love you.
I love you.